All right, today I'm super excited to show you guys something that I've been planning to do with one of my bikes for quite a long time, but just haven't had the time to get around to do it. This right here behind me is my K10, and a lot of people have asked me in the comments on the review I did on this bike. I just did an unboxing. We rode it quite a bit this winter, and I ended up tearing it apart, and I took all the electronic components off of it, and I put them on the blue SU8 that I bought earlier this past year. I think it was towards the end of summer. But there's nothing wrong with this bike. It's not a bad bike. I just preferred the SU8 a little bit more because it's just a tiny bit shorter. Like the saddle, for example, just sat just a couple inches lower to the ground, and it made it easier for me to ride with my kid on there. I put a child seat on it actually so I could ride her around, and we could both enjoy it. And I'll actually show you a little clip right here, or a couple pictures of it. All right, here is the K10 with the child seat on it, like I just talked about in the video. I kind of customized that to make it fit. That's an oven mitt right there to keep the seat from getting torn from the bottom of it. I just used some extruded aluminum, bolted it through there, and also it's strapped right there. And honestly, it's really solid, and the kiddo can just grab right a hold of the controls and, you know, teach them how to drive it, which is good. And this SU8 is fitted with the 52 volt battery, 1000 watt motor in the back, 1000 watt motor in the front, and all the controls from the K10 as well. But that's what the seat looks like on it. And there is enough room, not much room in the pedal, but enough room to sit there comfortably and cruise all over town. With that being done, that bike's set up the way it is. Now that I got that one working, I had a ton of issues with that. With everything going on that bike, I took everything left over that was good and put it on the K10, which that left me with the handlebars, the front wheel, the rear wheel, the motor. I'm not entirely sure if the motor's still good, but I'm going to try it with what I'm going to do with this. And there's a few other things maybe I kept from it, but I'm not sure. But I'm going to be putting, for now, a 48 volt battery right here, and maybe one up here. It won't be in this video, but one down here for sure. And for a controller, I ordered this thing right here. This is a, what was that? A flipski vest, they call it. I don't know, VESC. This is the 75-100 Pro V2. You can see it. It should show up right there, somewhere in there anyway. But I'm gonna install this on there, and there's an app I can set it all up and get it set up to use the motor with this as a self-warning feature and all that good stuff. But we're gonna get that installed on this, and I gotta take the old controller and pull some wires off that and get it all set up. And eventually, put the M5 display back on this. I'm not sure if I can make it work. I'm gonna try to. But have the M5 display on that, keep my buttons and everything for my light and my horn, and just have, what would be on it? It'd keep my odometer, it'd keep the odometer on it, and also it will have my speed reading. So I'll just use that as a display, but it won't be tied to the flipski whatsoever. It would just be totally separate. But a whole bunch of extra wiring, but I still want to keep my lights and taillights, kind of have the factory look, whatever. But it'd be pretty nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta get this all ready to go. I have to solder on my power connections. I don't have any XT90 connectors, so I have an XT60, which I'm gonna use for now. It should be fine. And also, I gotta get my motor wires out of that old controller, and hopefully they're not too tore up, and get them soldered onto here, and as well as the hall sensors and all that good stuff. I gotta figure out the wiring. There is quite a few videos out there on wiring these up, so I'll probably just show it once I get it installed, because it's gonna take a little bit of time figuring it out, and kind of boring and a pain in the butt. But I got that for this. I also want to show you this that I have for it. I got a new set of pedals right here. They are just some cheapies off Amazon. They said they're CNC made, but they're not. They're just a cast aluminum pedal. They do have a little bit of knobby on there for a grip. Not too aggressive. I bought some other ones before that were way better than this, but they should work for this. I got those that I got to put on there. I also got to get the brakes hooked up and just pretty much everything because I had it all tore apart. And I have a new throttle. Instead of the quarter twist throttle or half twist throttle, I got a full twist. I'm just a guy that grew up on dirt bikes and all that good stuff, and I am so used to a full twist throttle that I hate the half twist ones. I don't like them. So I got a full twist throttle that actually feels pretty good. These are pretty cheap, like 20 bucks on Amazon. You can order them with a 3-prong or with this connector right here. I don't know what this is called, JST maybe or something, but you can order them with that. I'm gonna have to snip that off and wire it into the controller, but I'll go ahead and get working on this thing. And not sure if I'll have it all done, testing and tuning it by the end of this video, but I'll just show a little time lapse and a little in between as I get through the steps, and you guys can follow along if you want. Let me know what you think of these videos in the comments as well, and what you think of this bike. And something cool about this controller is you can turn it up to like 100 amps. I think it's continuous. I can't remember if it was max or 100 amps continuous, and you can run an 84 volt battery. As long as you're not over 100 volts full charge, you're good. So it gives us a lot of room to play, a lot of room for upgrade on battery and motor and all that. That ESC should be capable of handling a whole bunch of different upgrades and playing with this. So besides that, I'll get to it, start getting this thing together, and we'll check it out and let me know what you guys think. Let's start by putting this battery tray here, I call it, on there. I guess you'd call it a battery tray, bus bar, I don't know, battery holder, whatever. Ain't going anywhere. For now, I got this battery right here I'm going to put on it. It says discharge current 50 amps. And it's 48 volt, so I believe it's, what is it, 22.5 amp hours or something like that. What does it say? Yeah, 22.4 amp hour. Key, switch is off. Lock. It's nice and solid, it's not going anywhere. So I'm just doing the easy stuff first. These handlebars right here are looking pretty sad. Like I gotta loosen that, move it over. My key here for my controller. And I'll put my brake handles back on so they're not just dangling so I don't damage them. But we'll do that. We'll get that on now and move on to the next thing. All right, so I managed to get the K10 all together here. I did a time lapse the other day, and I ran out of time. There was a lot going on this past week. I didn't get a chance to finish this video, so I got it all together. I got the controller all tucked away underneath the seat, and I only had these XT60s for now, but we're just running 48 volts, so it should be fine. Little Bluetooth antenna right there sticking out, which it does have a long range to connect my app to it. But yeah, we got this all together. And I have that 48 volt battery. You got a switch on the battery, and then you got the key. Turn the key on, you can see we're sitting at 53 volts. And when I tested this out when it was warm the other day, right now it's like 38. I didn't have much voltage drop, but with it being really cold out, it is like got a ton of voltage drop and is cutting out on me. So I'll have to get a part in a few days. I'll make another video riding around and playing with it to show you, because it drops to like 43 volts. I'll show you right here in a second of what I tried to record, was going to and test it out. Didn't work out today, but the bike is together. It looks decently good. It's just on 48 volts right now. I might try my 52 volt battery right there and then step it up higher. But I was thinking, like, overall, because this bike originally had a battery there and right there, if I did like a 36 and a 36 and have them in series to get 72 volts to overvolt this little motor here on the back, which this motor, if you want to see the numbers, right there. Yeah. If I want to overvolt it with that, I can. But this is the way it is right now. It's all done, and it's actually super smooth. I love that I got the little voltmeter there to tell me my voltage, like easy to see. Whoops. And also the full twist throttle, which is nice. But that's pretty much it, and stay tuned to check out the video and let me know what you guys think and what I should do with this bike. It's my first time messing with the open source controller software, so let me know what you think.